If your kids want to blow some stuff up this summer, we know a guy. His name is Todd Whitcombe at UNBC. Great guy, friend of the show, and he's hosting UNBC Active Minds. We're going to go check that out today as we do our campus connection for the month of April. Plus, we're going to check out a little Money Matters and educate you on some financial things you probably have been wondering. All that and more coming up on CKPG today. Welcome to another Campus Connection here at UNBC with a very special guest, Mr. Todd Whitcombe. How are you today?
I am fine, and how about yourself?
I am excited. Some would say I'm ready to have my mind blown.
Well, I'm not sure about your mind, but we're definitely going to blow up that pop bottle in a few moments.
I love exploding things. There's nothing more that gets me fired up in the morning than you and blowing things up.
Well, then you should come up all summer long, because we got Active Minds running again this summer.
Yes.
And we got kids out here. And they'll get to see this sort of demo every week.
It's super cool. UNBC's Active Minds, there's funding for it now as well. A whole bunch of excitement here all summer long in the University of Northern BC. And you're part of this as well. What's the best part for you about Active Minds?
The kids.
Yeah.
Just watching them play, watching them learn, watching them explore, watching them do science. So that's just me.
It's Prince George's Bill Nye right here, basically. Okay, well, you're much cooler than Bill Nye, I think, based on our experience.
He's richer.
It's fair. Okay, well, what are we going to do here today, Todd?
Well, we're playing around with liquid nitrogen.
Okay.
And you may have heard of liquid nitrogen is used to remove warts. What it is liquefied air. So what you're actually seeing is not the liquid nitrogen here. You're seeing the moisture in the air that comes out because it's really, really cold.
Okay.
But essentially, it's the 80% of the air that's nitrogen liquefied into a liquid form. So it's minus 196 degrees Celsius.
It's colder than Prince George in the winter.
A little, just a touch. That's a bad day in Prince George. But what we can demonstrate here is that if I take something as simple as a balloon and stick it in liquid nitrogen, the balloon's filled with air.
Yep.
And the air inside it is now turning into a liquid.
Oh, yeah.
And when it turns into a liquid, well, it takes up way less volume than when it's in the gaseous form. And so as a consequence, our balloon has a bit of a shrinking problem. Huh. And now it's turning back into a gas, and so this balloon blows back up. And this is actually how they do some special effects in the movie theaters.
Really? Okay, same way.
So same sort of idea, and the like. I also earlier dropped a tomato in here, and you saw that the tomato was nice and whole and looked
nice.
Like an ordinary tomato.
Yep.
Not so much anymore. In fact, it's actually conveniently broken in half. It's shattered. Again, moisture. So the reason I do this one is because your cells look a lot like a tomato. There's a very, very thin membrane surrounding a whole bunch of material inside, which has water in it. That water expands. If you freeze your cells, if you stick your hand in there, this is what would happen to all the cells in your hand. And that would be a bad thing because, well, you really don't want your cells broken apart like a rotten tomato.
I feel like
Not only that,
feel
but
very good.
it does actually shatter.
And it's frozen solid. I don't know if you heard that clunk on the camera. But
it really is frozen solid.
Wow. Right?
So basically, those are the sort of simple things you can do with it. There's a number of other things that we could do. We can make a jet plane. We can do the airlift principle where we stick a hose in there and we shoot it out.
Okay.
Or we can just do things like throw it at the camera and have it make a nice big crowd. All of these things are things that work really well. Yeah, and you can use it as a special effect. There are places where you do that. But anyways, the big thing we're going to do today is we're going to put some liquid nitrogen in that pop bottle. Now, you remember the balloon started to blow up.
Yes.
The balloon was elastic. It had space. It had room. The pop bottle doesn't. So when the liquid nitrogen starts turning into gas, it's going to apply pressure to that bottle.
Okay. Is this a bigger story or bigger version of the Coke and Mentos?
You'll see.
Okay.
Anyways.
Like usual, I put my trust in Todd.
You get to put your goggles on.
Okay.
I've already got my safety glasses on. I'm going to put my wonderful big blue gloves of science on. And you're going to pick up that liquid nitrogen container.
Okay.
And I'm going to carefully hold on to this while you pour liquid nitrogen into the funnel.
Okay.
Now, it's relatively safe for you because, well, it's safe for you.
Okay.
Because it really is just pouring in. But there you go. And I'll tell you when to stop.
This is like pepper at the restaurant. You just tell me when to stop.
Yeah. I'm going to put the cap on this.
Okay.
Once you put the cap on it, we have about 8 seconds.
That's it.
Could be 12.
Okay.
But it's somewhere in that ballpark. And it will go boom.
Okay.
Okay? So, carefully putting the cap on, dropping it in the water container, and walking away. And I can look nice and calm because I do know how long it takes. But basically, what's happening now is the gas in there, or liquid gas, is turning into gas, putting pressure on the bottle.
Whoa!
And it goes boom.
If that doesn't want to make you sign up for Active Minds, I don't know what does. Todd,
registrations are open already. So
it's popping, some would say. Thank you.
No
this
problem.
is like the coolest thing you could do. Are you kidding me?
Well, it is minus 196 Kelvin. So we're by
God.
definition cool.
Come on. It's another edition of the Campus Connection here at UNBC. We'll link to sign up online on ckpgtoday.ca if you and your kid probably want to blow some stuff up here. UNBC's Active Minds. Look at that. Thanks, Todd.
My pleasure.
Campus Connections is brought to you by the University of Northern British Columbia, where the North inspires new ways of thinking.
As you might know, downtown PG had a familiar face for many years, Colleen Van Mook, and there's a new face in charge of that organization, Chrisie Berry. So lucky to have you in studio to talk a little bit more about you and the organization today. Congratulations, first of all, on the position, though.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me on today.
Yeah, well, how exciting is it to join downtown PG, because you've been in Prince George for a number of years now.
Yeah.
It must be pretty cool to be etched in the downtown core now.
It sure is. And like even before I moved here, we used to come all the time to visit, and some of my favorite places to go as a kid were in the downtown area. So it's kind of nice to then be giving back in that way.
I love it. So, okay, walk me through a little bit about where you were born and raised and how you got to Prince George.
Sure. So I actually was born in Prince George. By the time I was 1, my dad got a job in Dawson Creek, so that's where we moved, and then that's where I grew up. I came back to PG in 2012 to finish school, and then, never left. Got married, bought a house, had a baby, all those things.
Were you on the 3-year plan?
No.
Okay,
no,
okay.
I have like family and support here, and so I wasn't, planning to leave or anything like that. Just kind of whatever happened, and here we are.
I like it. Well, you've ended up in a great spot, and excited to work with you at the downtown PG. Talk to me a little bit about downtown PG here too for you. So when you were thinking of taking on the position, what made you excited? What made you want to do it?
I mean, this is a really good opportunity, right? It's a really good growth opportunity, something that I've kind of been looking for, and these opportunities don't come up very often, right? Colleen has been there for almost 10 years, and so that was part of it. And then the other part is that I mentioned I'm raising a family here, and so I am pretty invested in having Prince George as a whole be somewhere that we want to be and that I'm proud to raise my daughter, but that certainly includes downtown, and I'm excited for some of the things that can come from that.
Yeah, no kidding. Summerfest, Winterfest, all that good stuff. I feel like you probably have a different lens at it now that you have a kid.
I do, yeah, because I mean, it's somewhere where I don't want her to go down and feel uncomfortable or unsafe or any of those things that I know some people mention about downtown, and so really just carrying on the good work Colleen's done to, help continue that.
I like it. What is your vision? Do you have any plans for the future of it?
I mean, I don't have any long-term plans yet.
You're a couple weeks in here, so I'm asking hard-hitting questions.
For sure, for sure. So, I mean, my immediate plans is kind of to get to know all the members, right? I am a new face, although I've been around and kind of in the communications world for a little bit. I was out at the airport, and so that is kind of a little bit siloed out there, and so I get that. You know, lots of people might not know who I am. So really focused on getting to know the members, learning from Colleen. She has a ton of knowledge to share, and I'm here for it. Seeing what we're currently working on, what's coming up, and then, you know, looking for opportunities for other things that might be beneficial.
I like it. Yeah, you came in at an interesting time. Obviously, the focus on lots of Canadian goodness right now, so that's always cool. And tying in the new Visitor Information Center downtown as well, the Civic Center. Plus, who knows what's going to happen with all the empty lots of the cities, what they're going to do with that. So lots of potential, lots of ideas, lots of opportunity. Is there something when you were learning about, you know, you said talking to members and stuff, anything that caught you off guard or surprised you so far?
Not yet. I haven't met a ton of people just yet, but slowly working. I mean, on day one, I was at the kickoff to Tourism Week, so I did meet a number of people there. I am really happy that everybody seems really excited. You know, Colleen's been there a long time, and there will be people who are very, you know, Colleen was their person, and that's great, and I really want to be that for the members going forward, and so having that level of enthusiasm was really encouraging.
I like it. Do you have a favorite season? I like to ask. I think I picked on Colleen for this too, because Winterfest, Summerfest, there's events all seasons downtown PG. But I mean, growing up in the north, I'm assuming you don't mind winter, but
I don't mind winter, but fall is usually my favorite. I don't love, you know, extreme heats or anything like that, so it's kind of cool enough that you can still be outside in a sweater and things like that. My birthday falls in that season, and so that helps too.
Pumpkin spice lattes and that kind of thing?
For sure, yeah.
Okay, well, there's lots of spots downtown to get those. That's great. If you were, giving advice to someone as to why they should come downtown PG, I feel like you're the perfect person to do it, because you got a new perspective. You just arrived there, and you're getting a feeling and a sense. What would you say to someone?
I would say that, I think a lot of what people think of downtown is restaurants, shopping, things like that, and there are a lot of really nice little boutique things that are unique to Prince George, and so I always encourage people to explore those things, and that's something I like to do anywhere I go. Like, let's find something that I don't have where I'm from. It might be unique to this place. And then the other thing that I think people don't realize is how many other businesses are down there, things like lawyers, dentists, the banks, all of those types of businesses that are really important to the community, and lots of people are looking for those services, and you can kind of get everything in our downtown. I
can definitely get everything. I think exploring is the key word there. That's what we like to do on the show. It always surprises me. There's always something new that I learn, even though maybe a business has been there forever. There's always something new and exciting. So, well, I guess you're one of the new exciting people downtown. Thanks so much for making the time to chat today, Chrisie, and congratulations on the role.
Thank you.
Miss an episode? That's okay, life gets busy. We get it. Or maybe you didn't miss anything, but you're here to watch that one feature again because honestly, it was that good. No judgment. Here's the good news. You can relive every moment of the CKPG Today Show whenever you want. Head over to ckpgtoday.ca, click on the Today Show tab, and voila. So grab some snacks, kick back, and binge away because let's face it, life's too short to miss out on great local TV. Now time to learn a little bit more about a pretty exciting program here, and so lucky to have Roxy and Nina with us today. Thanks so much for making the time, Nina. Special guest with the cutest violin in the world. Roxy, tell me a little bit about the program we're hearing more about today.
Absolutely. So I have the honor of directing a program called the Orchestra North Summer Program, and it's been ongoing for about 10 years now, and we've now run a program in Prince George for this will be the third year in a row.
Wow.
Yeah, we're just so excited to be able to provide like a meeting place for musicians in the north of BC that are amateur musicians, student musicians, professional musicians, and by offering a meeting place for 5 days, we have this like immersive kind of musical experience that we can forge new connections, play some fantastic music, and learn a lot at the same time.
All right, and Nina is a pretty special part to this, right?
Well, this might
A future member.
a future member of the Orchestra North Summer Program, exactly. So we're really excited this year to be able to, we're offering a new program for beginning players. So previously we haven't been able to welcome children quite as young as this. But yeah, as of this year, we're actually offering not just a program for players like Nina who play a bit already, but we're actually offering a pre-beginning program as well, both for violin and for cello. So if you don't yet play, whether you're 4 years old or 40 years old, or we do actually have a place to be able to help and support and teach. And hopefully after the week long of learning together from August 1st till 5th, those players will be ready to continue on with lessons in September.
Perfect. Okay, Nina, you look like you're raring to go here. What are you going to play for us today?
Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star it is. Perfect. We'll let you set up, and we'll give you the floor here to play away.
I gotta stop.
She says stop. Okay, do you want to do it again?
You're starting with the stop, we do the whole thing again.
Oh, I think again.
Okay, she wants the whole thing again. We'll give it to her because look at beautiful dress. You're like Frozen. You're like a frozen princess. So anything for you.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Well done, Nina. Good job. How was that? Was that fun? Well, you're a natural. You're a natural. Thanks for coming out and playing for us today.
You're welcome.
Time to take a look outside for our CKPG snapshot. Once again, a real treat today. One of the best reasons to live in northern BC is seeing the one and only Aurora Borealis, not to be confused with the Cougars' Boreavalis. This is from Chris Trashel, taken just outside of Vanderhoof. Some beautiful colors and a nice silhouette here as well. Thanks so much, Chris, for sending this one in. If you have a snapshot, send it our way. snapshot@ckpg.com. It's time for another edition of War of the Wings inside the Rockford here at the Sandman Signature in Prince George. And what kind of wings are these?
So these are sriracha cult wings. We make the sauce in-house.
Okay, in-house, so spice level high?
Some people say it's a little spicy. It does have a little bit of a tang taste to it, but they're really good.
Okay, well, we have Corporal Cody, Sergeant Sylvia. I got my Army greens on today, Cadet Caden, and without further ado, wing-a-ding-ding! Right. Dig into these. I can smell them already. Are you gonna cry? Are you a crier?
Yes, but not from spiciness. Just emotional tears, Caden.
Tears. Sylvia, you've been known to get sauce all over your face. Will you be crying today as well?
Maybe. I don't know.
We'll see. Okay. Digging in. First impressions?
First impressions, it does have a little bit of heat to it. Definitely has some tang. Great sauce to wing ratio. Nice crispy crunch to it. This is a very fine wing right here.
Oh, a very fine wing. I like it. And honestly, I like that these are, really nicely handled. They're not slipping out of your hand.
Oh yeah, don't give me a drumstick though. I'm a flats man all day.
A flats man. Sylvia, you're also eating a flat here. Looks like it's
Really
coming
good.
apart nice and easy, yeah?
It's really tasty. I like the sauce.
Okay, and somebody has to try the ranch. No double dipping though. I don't know who's going to be the first to do
have
it.
to finish this
Okay,
first.
okay, well, talent, they say, hey.
The way I've eaten it, it would be like putting my whole mouth in the ranch right now. We got
It's just TV time. I might as well do the chicken dance while I'm waiting for these. Okay. One dip. Everyone knows the rules. Sergeant Sylvia.
It's good.
It's good? Yeah, a nice ranch? Okay, what's your main takeaway from this wing, Cody, as Sylvia's enjoying her lovely ranch?
In the War of the Wings, this is one of our best weapons in the war against hunger. Delicious. Fine wings. Very fine wings.
And with that, I will sign the ceasefire?
Armistice.
Okay, I tried that. But anyway, signing off for another edition of War of the Wings, I am Cadet Caden.
Hey there, got an idea or suggestion for the show? Reach out and connect through our social media or send us an email at letstalk@ckpgtoday.ca.
Being open 7 days a week can be a challenge. Boy, am I thankful CKPG is only open 5 days a week. Otherwise, they'd owe me a lot more money. Anyways, I just wouldn't work weekends probably like I do now. But we're going to take a look at Northern Hardware. They were a little upset at having to be open 7 days a week as well. I'll have a look.
Today we look back to 1996, a store open on Sundays. Now this wasn't always the case, and there was a lot of resistance to it as well here. You look at Northern Hardware's case, they were in their heyday in the 90s, right? Downtown PG, bumping. Well, Sundays, they didn't want to open because the staffing levels would be affected by having to open Sundays, and basically they said the style of service could be jeopardized. You end up ditching your staff, you're open 7 days a week, and well, staff don't get as much time off as they probably deserve. But they gave in. They opened on Sundays because the shopper. That's why.
So there you go. As fate would have it, I guess Northern Hardware opens 0 days a week now. So rather unfortunate there. It was a nice store. But thanks for watching today, and I hope you learned something, and continue to try those War of the Wings as well, right? You got to go and try them and then vote before time runs out, okay? Don't tell you. I can't say I didn't tell you to do it. We'll see you for more good stuff on the show tomorrow, folks. Bye for now.